Yo, will casuals have a lane in Marathon? I want to have a little dialogue, and in my opinion, possibly, but let's talk about it. First, though, I want to break up casuals into 3 buckets here, all right? The first bucket of casuals will be your super casuals, all right? These are the people that play maybe once a week. They play for 1 to 3 hours or something along the lines of that, right? And these are the very people that SBMM protects, all right? So think about Call of Duty, for example, those people that are in those, for lack of a better term, those bot lobbies. The super casuals would fall into those bot lobbies. Is Marathon going to be for them? I gotta keep it a buck. No, not in the slightest bit. Those individuals will be the ones that will be on Reddit or on Twitter or wherever complaining, saying this game needs a PvE mode, saying that the gunplay is too fast and all that stuff. This game is not for you. I am sorry. You're going to have to find something different. And I just, again, got to keep it a whole buck right there, all right? And it kind of goes without saying, if you don't really get the chance to play like that, Marathon is going to feel a lot more hostile. That's just the reality of the situation. So my super casual, this might not be for you, my friend. Now, in the next bucket, we have what I call the chill casuals, okay? These are the casuals that can play 1 to 3 times a week for a few hours here and there. And honestly, they just don't care too much. If they win a gunfight, dope. If they lose a gunfight, whatever, right? These individuals, Marathon may be more so a preference, especially if your preference is PvP. With them playing a little bit more often, they're going to have the opportunity to understand the mechanics a little bit more, understand the gameplay loop, and again, they're going to win some gunfights here and there, but they're going to lose some too. Since this individual is so chill, they're just like whatever. They enjoy the narrative, they enjoy doing the missions, they enjoy a little PvP, they enjoy a little bit of PvE, and they just enjoy the game for what it is. Again, I think this individual may end up rocking with Marathon unless they are more so PvE focused, then they will go elsewhere. The last group of casuals I have are the filthy casuals. Now, I personally fall into this bucket, all right? The filthy casuals are the folks that play 2 to 5 days a week, a few hours per session, and they actually get down with the get down, you know? They're going to win more gunfights than they lose. They have a really good grasp on the gameplay loop, on the narrative, the do's and don'ts, you name it, right? This person is going to really gel with Marathon. At least I believe they're going to really gel with Marathon because, again, they're going to know enough and they're going to play enough to fully understand the gameplay loop. And if you're anything like me, I will say my mechanical skills do not keep up with my knowledge. You know, I'm a student of the game, yo. Like, even going back to the early Call of Duty games, when I went through my big Apex Legends run, I was not the best player by a long shot, but did I study the ALGS? Did I study top pro players? Did I study rotations? Did I study ability usage? Yes, I absolutely did, because I was a nerd when it came to Apex Legends. I was locked in, yo. And yeah, I did a lot of that in my free time. You know, as I was doing work stuff, I would have a video playing in the background. But still, at the end of the day, I knew I would not be as mechanically gifted as like it's Timmy or Asu in the game, but that was cool. I would win some gunfights I probably shouldn't have won because of my game sense and or knowledge, and that's cool. And then I lost the ones against the players that, you know, have a really high skill level, and that's cool too. The thing is, I'm a brain first player, and when I take the L, especially against somebody that I know is better than me, I don't really whine. I don't really crumble. It's all good. We take it on the chin and we keep rolling. Kind of went off on a sidebar tangent there, but yeah, man, your boy's a filthy casual, and I think the filthies will love it. Now, no matter what type of casual you are, there are some things I need for you to keep in mind when it comes to Marathon. There will be times where you lose to sweats, and that is just going to be the reality of the situation here in Marathon, okay? You will run into players that are of great skill, and there will be nothing you can do about it. They will run whatever runner they want. It doesn't matter if it is Vandal, if it is Assassin, if it is Recon, if it is Thief, you will lose. And when it happens, you take it on the chin, you shrug it off, and you keep rolling, all right? Also, do keep in mind that because of the potential sweats you could run into or the potential high skill players that you could possibly run into, when you have a successful run, you get in, get missions done, maybe win a gunfight or two, do some PvE stuff, and you get out in one piece, those highs are going to be so much higher as a byproduct. Right now, on the other end, the lows are going to be low, right? You do everything you want to do, and all you got to do is exfil, and you don't get a chance to exfil because the PvE swarmed you or you got jumped by another team. That's going to suck. But that endorphin rush when you make it out, ooh-wee! Yeah, it's gonna be like that, trust me. And kind of piggybacking off of both those points, I want you to know that Marathon is not going to be a relaxing game. And what I mean by that is you are not going to be able to put on some sunglasses, kick your feet up, be half asleep with your controller and just sit here and just play Marathon through the speakers with music playing in the background. Like, it's just not going to be one of those games. It's not like a relaxing type of game, okay? And if Marathon does find a way to be relaxing for you, you might be a little bit crazy, but it's all good. I still love you. Jokes aside though, Marathon is going to be full of these high adrenaline, high tension moments that will have your heart beating a little bit. So do know that shoot, man, and I don't even like doing this comparison thing. I get tired of it all throughout my timeline, but I have to say, if you are coming from Arc Raiders to give Marathon a go, your expectations need to be in proper alignment. Do not expect to queue into solo lobbies and be all kumbaya with the entire lobby as all 10 of you guys go to an exfil, playing on flutes and guitars, just chillaxing. Like, Marathon is not going to be that type of game. I could be wrong. You may have the one-off run where that does end up being the case, and man, it's a funny moment and it's a fun moment, but don't expect for that to be the rule. That will be the exception in this game, all right? Especially in squads or trios, whatever we want to call it. If you go in with that expectation, you will get rocked and you will get robbed. As a matter of fact, I might be the one to rock you and I might be the one to rob you. Hey, look, don't hate the player, hate the game. But with that all being said, beautiful people, I have to close on this. I'm actually glad, and I gave this a lot of thought, by the way. I'm actually glad Marathon is not for everybody. You know, I'm sure you all have heard the expression, a game for everybody is a game for nobody. I see how Bungie handled Destiny 2 and really tried to make Destiny 2 a game for everybody. And then it eventually became a game for nobody because you can't fully satiate the PvE community, and you definitely ain't satiating the PvP community, right? And that's another convo for another day. I know there are a lot of other variables that come into the mix there, but still, my point stands. If Marathon was made to appeal for everybody, it wouldn't appeal to anybody. So I appreciate Bungie for what they are doing here with this title in particular. And since it isn't a game for everybody, it may negatively impact the player count, but that's all good though. That's all good. I think for the Marathon lovers, we're going to vibe with it, and we're going to vibe with it for a long time. But with that all being said, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to hand the mic to you all. What do you all think about Marathon for casuals? Do you all see casuals being frequent in Marathon, or do you all think casuals won't really even exist in any capacity? Let me know down in the comments. Let's keep the conversation civil as well. And until next time, your boy Cray is signing out. Thank you all so much for coming and watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.